So today our key speaker is Andrew Fleming. Andrew Fleming comes from Schroders. He's been managing money for them since 2007. We're so pleased that he's been able to make the time to come and make our clients feel very comfortable and safe about their retirement. Our job is to make sure that we keep our clients' portfolios invested in ways that preserve their capital and try and produce a healthy rate of return, so they don't need to worry about being retired. They can focus on the pleasure of knowing that their capital is being managed. And that's the importance of active management, to make sure that you know that we're looking after it, so you don't need to keep your eye on it.
Today we're doing a presentation for clients to talk about our views on the Australian equities market and how we think it will change in the decade ahead. To us, the single most important thing for any investment is what's the cash flow we're likely to receive next year and years thereafter. We have a process and a philosophy, and the philosophy is that ultimately nothing gets away from cash flow streams through time creating value. There's no exception to that rule. A process is really the mechanics behind how you discern what that cash flow stream's likely to be. With a portfolio, you really need 90% of it anchored to that philosophy and process all of the time, and 10% where you're just playing with the market. And if you're not careful, that 90-10 becomes 80-20, becomes 70-30, and to some extent, success fuels hubris, which fuels the capacity for self-deception.
The big takeaway for me is being in a room with like-minded individuals and getting that education and kind of the filtering of the noise that you can get, that I find that there's so much information out there. So to get in a group with this and have some real experts on their subjects come in and take away the challenges and both the opportunities over the next couple of years for our investments, but also give us confidence in the people that Capital Focus is investing with and investing our money in, to show exactly what they're looking at and the process that they go through in order to make those determinations on who they invest with and what managers they promote.
As the quote goes, if you don't stand for something, you fall for everything. So that's why to us, the go-to strategy in turbulent times is the same as the go-to strategy in calmer times and even times where markets are very buoyant. Keep it simple. Try to define what you think is important and durable and stay with that. And sometimes it's the best strategy of all.
Absolutely enjoyed Andrew's talk as well. That was great. Yeah, very, very practical, I felt. Yes.
Yeah, I think we all think we know better than everyone else, but we don't. And I think Michael's on the ball all the time. You're getting the latest information. He's keeping right on top of it. And so that's the most important thing to us. And they also care a lot about families, about looking to the future and where we're going to head. And so, we really enjoy being with Michael. It's fun, and it's also works for us for our investments.
They know me well. They know my kids. My daughter came today. They knew her. They know what she does. They know the rest of the family. My husband. I find them very genuinely interested in people's lives and in doing the best for us. So I do have that thing about being able to sleep at night because of them doing the hard work. It's quite something.
So where we see some of the differences through the next decade from what we've experienced is probably in three areas. One is decarbonisation. Massive, massive trend. Going to impact globally for a long time to come, but is especially going to impact Australia. And it will impact Australia more than other countries simply because at the moment 3/4 of our energy mix is from fossil fuels and 1/4 from renewables. The second area will be in deglobalisation. We've been a massive beneficiary of Chinese demand. That's been a big benefit and a big tailwind for us that might become a slight headwind compared to what it has been. The third area is what we call dirigismo, a word meaning the increasing incursion of the public sector into private activities, and that can be through regulation, it can be through taxes.
So my takeaway today was we all are extended a social licence to do something good, and if you do that, you too can make profit. And Andrew's presentation showed that, again, Australia's the lucky country, and we're pleased and grateful that he was able to share that with us.
Coming to this has been so worthwhile because it really makes you feel quite relaxed and comfortable of what's happening. Yeah.